Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NAB League Best and Fairest for 2019. I already love the little screams when people see themselves up there on the big screen. It's going to be a great night. Tonight, we not only celebrate our fairest and our best players, but also many of the other achievements from our NAB League competitions. And a special hello to our audience who are streaming online from home, very tech-savvy of you. The AFL acknowledges the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners of the land we gather on today. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. We acknowledge we play our great game on this land and respect the cultures of all First Peoples, their contribution to our nation, and the great game of Australian rules football. All right, let's get stuck into it, everybody. 2019 marks a new era for the competition with the launch of the NAB League. And so while tonight we celebrate the individual accolades, it's also a really great and important evening to reflect on the season as a whole and everything everyone has achieved. Will tonight's winner come from the ladder-leading Eastern Rangers, or will a Vic Country's impressive NAB Under-18 Championship form unearth another Moorish medal winner? And to the ladies in the room, and I love all the ladies in the room, could it be a Premiership Northern Knight claiming the Best and Fairest award? Or could we possibly see dual winners for a third consecutive season? We'll soon find out. Regardless of the outcome, we are thrilled to confirm that both the Moorish medalist and the NAB League Girls winner will receive a NAB Club Recognition Award for their junior club. NAB understands the journey to elite footy begins at Auskick centres across the country. And that's why the Recognition Award celebrates the contribution of junior footy clubs by providing resources clubs need to continue to develop players of the future, footy stars of the future, just like all of you in the room. We would like to acknowledge and welcome the following. From NAB, Head of Media and Partnerships, Tom Dobson, along with a number of the NAB team who work so tirelessly on delivering the partnerships. A big welcome to you. Also to our program partners, Open Universities Australia and McDonald's. And a special welcome to talent managers, players, parents. A big welcome to the parents in the room. I'm sure some of you have big trips home this evening, so thank you. And to each of the NAB League clubs. Tristan Salter, Head of Talent Pathways and State League Competitions AFL, representing his incredible team who drive the development of all talent across the country. A special mention to the godfather of talent, and we all know who that is, Mr. Kevin Sheehan. Welcome. AFL Victoria board members Heidi Sutherland and Jenny Luffman, welcome to you as well. A warm welcome to many AFL club recruiting staff present this evening. That's why if you want to get drafted, you've got to be on your best behaviour this evening, everyone. And all of our media associates that provide great support to the NAB League competition. Now, to formally launch this evening, to get things underway, we welcome Tristan Salter, Head of Talent Pathways and State League Competitions AFL. Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you, Sarah. On behalf of the AFL, I'd like to formally welcome everyone here tonight. It looks like it's an amazing room. The vibe in the room is amazing as well in terms of just how much energy the young people and certainly all our staff bring to the table. So tonight we'll have an opportunity to recognise the magical work that the players have contributed throughout the year, the coaches, but importantly, it'll also be a chance to actually sit down and spend some time with each other and actually acknowledge the work that happens across the competition on a day-to-day basis. In regards to the work that's done on a day-to-day basis, I'd also like to recognise tonight Peter Francis. He's a 25-year veteran of working in the NAB League, and he's hanging up the boots at the end of this year, and Peter's been an amazing stalwart of this competition. I'd just like to acknowledge Peter, and if we could give him a round of applause, that'd be appreciated. Before we celebrate the on-field feats tonight, I'd also like to echo Sarah's initial comments about sponsors and partners. On this night last year, we basically came to a conclusion, the relationship between TAC and the Victorian Under-18 competition. Now, we're lucky that the TAC has remained as part of the AFL and is continuing to support community football, which is a great outcome. But we stand here sort of 12 months later, we're an even stronger competition. And the reality of that and why that's happened is because of the vision of the partners that have jumped on board. So to Tom Dobson and his team at NAB, they've been amazing in their support in being able to bring this competition to life. Open Unis, McDonald's, Puma have all again shown that leadership that we've needed to be able to get to this point in the competition. It's also been well documented that the future of the AFL competition is going to be on digital and the digital technology that will underpin that. So that's why this year we focused on developing a cutting-edge app that would again bring to life the events of our week-to-week performances from players and others around the competition. Since March this year, 22,000 times that app's been downloaded, and we think it's playing a really big part in lifting the profile of our players, particularly in the lead up to the drafts later this year. Live stats, live streaming have been really important, and obviously that's been heavily viewed in the boys' space. The girls' games have been on replay, and we're going to look to further develop that for next year. In coming here tonight, it's also worth reflecting on last year's NAB League crop, particularly when you're one of the players in the room thinking about where you might end up. It's great to see the number of former NAB League players being recognised at AFL level, with 12 boys and 7 girls nominated for their relevant Rising Star awards. The NAB Leagues also produce back-to-back winners of those awards for both male and females, which is a great reflection on how quickly players can adapt to the AFL level out of this competition. To the players in the room tonight, later we'll announce the Team of the Year for both competitions, an award that holds great prestige, with 36 of 48 players selected in 2018 drafted into the AFL. This is an impressive conversion rate, and when you add to that the fact that another 100 boys and girls from this Victorian crop will be added to the AFL ranks next year, we'll be watching many of you on our screens for a long time to come. But I want to make the point, just as importantly as those players that will make it through to the AFL, the journey for others that don't is not finished. Another 30 to 40% of you will go on and play state league football, VFL, VFLW. And the rest of you will probably play and be leaders of community football for the next 10 to 15 years. Essentially, the players that go on to community football will become the lifeblood of football in Victoria. Finally, to the families in the room. And I can see you look around and for all the players, there's just as many family members. We want to thank you for your hard work and dedication in supporting the NAB League boys and girls to be able to compete in the competition this year. We hope you enjoy the evening, and we know that after tonight there'll be plenty more for you to enjoy as part of your children's journey through the football pathway. Once again, thank you and enjoy the night.
Short people problems with the microphone over here. Thank you, Tristan. In 2019, the introduction of the NAB League further strengthened NAB's commitment to supporting footy from NAB AFL Auskick to the big time. We would now like to invite Tom Dobson, Head of Media and Partnerships NAB, to speak more about the relationship. Thank you, Tom.
Sorry, Tristan's always a hard act to follow, but congratulations, Tristan, and to all your team for everything you've done to bring NAB League to life. We're really proud of it. On behalf of NAB, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2019 NAB League Best and Fairest. So 2019 marks NAB's 18th year of partnership with the AFL, and we were thrilled earlier this year to expand that to include the NAB League. Football's a huge part of the Australian culture. I've just come from, just a slight aside, Reservoir, CJ Barling Oval, where my niece, Darebin Falcons, beat Diamond Creek to win the Under-18s Premiership, and it was it was a huge day for my family and for her. She had an ACL injury 2 years ago, so I'm living the experiences, or living vicariously through more talented people in the family. But it's really exciting to see grassroots footy grow, and that's what NAB's all about. We do this by fostering talent right from NAB AFL Auskick right through to the NAB AFL Rising Star. So obviously we've got the under-16s, under-18s, the draft combine, the draft itself, and then the Rising Star, and then NAB League was the missing link, and we're really thrilled with how the season's gone, so thank you to everyone involved. We're committed to growing the game at all levels, and that's why we are genuinely committed to supporting grassroots footy. So on behalf of everyone at NAB, thank you for all of your support, to the families, to the players. Best of luck with all of your football journeys. What I want to do now, just by finishing, is it's the 4th year of NAB's AFL Mini Legends. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen it already, but this year we find the NAB AFL Oz kickers waking up to find that they've turned or transformed into their idols. And I'm a Tiger supporter. I'm quite pleased that Basher Hooley was one of the players this year. And our mini Basher Hooley got a surprise a couple of weeks ago when he met Big Basher, who told him what was involved in becoming a real AFL player. So let's take a look at when Mini Basher met Basher Hooley.
Today I'm going to make a nutritious strawberry and banana smoothie.
How are you, mate?
Oh
How you going?
God.
Mini Basher. Wow.
Oh my God. Basher, what does it take to be an AFL legend?
It all starts at home. I stretch every single night, keep your body real flexible. Are you on a good diet?
Yeah.
Do you do much cooking yourself?
Nah.
Enjoy. Fitness is very, very important.
What? Oh.
You've got to train. 31, 32.
Why does that when you hurt yourself?
Recovery. So I can go all over again tomorrow. You coming in? Very good.
This is like the best day.
NAB, more than money.
Well, one of these mornings, well, one morning when I fly away.
Cute sums it up pretty well, I think. How cute is little Basher? Love to have him here. All right, we now invite Aster O'Connor, the AFLW Talent Manager, to present the NAB League Girls Coach of the Year. Aster, if you could come up and join me, please. Now, before we announce the NAB League Girls Team of the Year, we are delighted to announce the NAB League Girls Coach of the Year from the Northern Knights, Marcus Abney Hastings. Congratulations, Marcus. What a reception for you. If you could just stay on stage with me, and we're going to announce your team of the year. Now, the AFL have selected the 2019 NAB League Girls Team of the Year to recognise the excellent season of a plethora of players. The selection panel have chosen players in positions based on their performance in the NAB League competition, as well as in the NAB AFLW Under-18 Championships. We ask that when the players are announced that they make their way up to stage and shake hands with their coach. All right, in the back line from the Calder Cannons, Felicity Theodore. From the Murray Bushrangers, Millie Brown. From Eastern Rangers, Laura McClelland. In the half-back line, we've got Georgie Prespakis from the Calder Cannons. From the Northern Knights, Sarah Sansonetti. From the Dandenong Stingrays, Tiana Smith. across the centre, from the Western Jets, Elizabeth Georgia Stathis. From the Calder Cannons, Georgia Patrikios. And from the Dandenong Stingrays, Molly McDonald. Across the half-forward line, from the Northern Knights, Ali McKenzie. And she'll be joined by her Northern Knights teammate, Gabrielle Newton. And from the Western Jets, Isabella Grant. The forward line, from the Eastern Rangers, we've got Olivia Ma. From the Murray Bush Rangers, Olivia Barber. And from the Northern Knights, Nell Morris-Dalton. To our followers now, and from the Sandy Dragons, we've got Molly Dennehy-Maloney. From the Geelong Falcons, Lucy McAvoy. And from the GWV Rebels, Sophie Molan. To the interchange now for the NAB League Team of the Year 2019 girls, Brittany Gutnick from the Northern Knights. From the Dandenong Stingrays, Isabella Shannon. From the Oakley Chargers, Joanna Lynn. From the Geelong Falcons, Luca Lasoski-Hay. And from the Bendigo Pioneers, Maeve Tupper. And last but certainly not least, from Gippsland Power, it's Madison Shaw. Congratulations. Can you all please put your hands together for the NAB League Team of the Year 2019 girls? What a lineup, and I'm sure many future AFLW stars among them. Girls, you can go back to your seats now. Congratulations. Marcus, not so lucky. You're staying with me. So a little bit about Marcus. Marcus has been involved with the Northern Knights girls program for 3 seasons. He started as a defensive line coach before moving into the Northern Knights girls senior coaching role. He's enjoyed 2 successful seasons, leading the team to the grand final in 2018 and this year taking the flag. Well done, Marcus. It was also an undefeated season. Marcus has also been involved with the under-18 AFLW Vic Metro team as an assistant coach over the last 2 years. So firstly, Marcus, come on down. 5 players in the All-Australian team. You must be immensely proud of your girls.
Yeah, I am. I was really lucky this year to work with many talented girls, so it's great recognition for the 5 girls, but it's also great recognition for our program as a wonderful experience coaching the girls.
Now, you're an assistant principal, am I right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Who gives you more curry? Let's be honest. The girls you coach or the school kids?
Definitely probably the parents of the
parents.
There's a few of them actually in here. Give me a bit of curry right now.
All right, well, let's talk about grand final day. What was it like watching the girls run out, and what lessons did you learn from the unsuccessful grand final the year before?
We learned a few. I think 2019 grand final day was, you could just sense in the rooms that the girls had been there before and done it, so they were a little bit more calmer in the way they were going on. And I suppose the big thing about the girls within our program, they just wanted to get better. So every week, regardless of the results, they'd come ready to work and work hard. So it was just great reward for them.
They've got role models, real role models now in the AFLW. I know Maddie Prasparkas is in the room this evening, among others. I think Nina Morrison, I also cited you before. What does it mean for your girls to now be able to see and believe and to have these role models there?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's wonderful, and within 3 or 4 years, I think they'll be the role models that the girls are looking up to. So I know for our top ages that are leaving our program this year, the bottom ages that came in, it was a wonderful experience for them just to see the girls in action. So they leave a massive legacy at the Knights.
Congratulations, Marcus. A big round of applause for our Coach of the Year. And don't give him too much curry, parents. Come on. All right, I'd now like to welcome Keith Burns to the stage for the very aptly named Keith Burns NAB League Coach of the Year Award. And the winner, from the Eastern Ranges, Darren Buick. Congratulations, Darren, and I'll get you to stand on the stage as well as we get your Team of the Year up. So let's get that underway. In the back line for the NAB League Team of the Year 2019 from the Western Jets, Darcy Cassar. From the Dandenong Stingrays, Sam de Koning. From the Calder Cannons, Brodie Newman. Across half-back from the Dandenong Stingrays, we've got Hayden Young. From the Sandringham Dragons, Fisher McCasey. From the Murray Bush Rangers, it's Lachlan Ash. To the centre line from the Oakley Chargers, we've got Noah Anderson. From the GWB Rebels, Jay Rantel. And from the Oakley Chargers, Trent Bianco. Across the half-forward line from the Sandringham Dragons, we've got Jack Marnie. Also from the Sandy Dragons, Josh Worrell. And from Gippsland Power, Sam Flanders. In the forward line, from the Stingrays, we've got Cody Waitman. From the Bendigo Pioneers, it's Brodie Kemp. And from the Eastern Rangers, Mitch Mellis. Followers in the NAB League Team of the Year for 2019 from Gippsland Power, Charlie Comben. From the Oakley Chargers, Matthew Rowell. And from Gippsland Power, Caleb Sarong. Let's get down to the interchange, and from Northern Knights, it's Samuel Philp. From the Eastern Rangers, it's Lachlan Stapleton. And from the Geelong Falcons, Jesse Clark. The Tasmania Devils, Mitch O'Neill. From the Sandy Dragons, Ryan Burns. And lastly, from the Western Jets, Lucas Rocci. All right, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for the NAB League Team of the Year 2019. All right, boys, you can go back to your seat. But Darren, do you want to come over here? So a bit about Darren. He's now in his 10th season as an Eastern Rangers coach, but this is his first Coach of the Year honour for the former Bomber. An Eastern Premiership coach in 2015, Darren has overseen the development of players such as 2018 rising star Jaden Stevenson, Brisbane's Daniel McStay, number 2 draft pick Christian Petrarca, and Hawthorn defender Blake Hardwick. Darren has steered the Rangers to top spot on the ladder with their finals campaign kicking off next weekend. Firstly, how are you placed for finals?
Well, we finished on top, so we got a week off this week, and we get to play the Dragons next week. So, look, we've done a lot of work during the year to allow us to have that week off, so a whole new season starts now, but for us. And how have you gone against the Dragons throughout the season? What challenges will they pose for you? We've gone all right against them this year, but obviously they were missing a few players during the year, and they're a very, very talented side, and we'll be up for the challenge, hopefully. Now, you've seen number 1 draft picks and NAB rising stars, as we mentioned, Jaden Stevenson before, come through your program. But how satisfying was it to see dual best and fairest and former skipper Ben Kavara get his chances with the Western Bulldogs when he was drafted? Oh, fantastic. It was probably one of the best stories, and Tristan spoke about, if not getting drafted this year from the under-18s, that the pathway's still there, and Ben's a really good example of that. He went down to VFL Frankston and then went to Williamstown. So it took him 5 years, and finally crack a position on an AFL list is a great testament to all his work that he's done. And how important is that story of persistence? Because I imagine there are many more players that you've seen come through your programs who could have easily made it on AFL lists. Oh, most definitely, but again, it's not for everyone. Unfortunately, not all those players can get drafted, and again, as Tristan said, they can go be state league players, but also be a really great role model back at their local clubs and still be involved that way. Well, thank you, Darren, and best of luck with the finals. Thank you very much, Sarah. Okay. All right, I'd now like to invite 2 special people to the stage. Maddie Pressparkas, the joint winner of the 2018 Girls Best and Fairest, and 3-time Premiership player and National Academy head coach Luke Power. Could you both come up to the stage for a bit of a chat? All right, Maddie, I want to start with you. What have you been up to? Because you've had a massive introduction to AFLW, rising star, and playing in that massive grand final. So what have you been up to?
To be honest, it's not even working.
Is that on? No. Do you want to lean in here?
To be honest, I actually haven't been doing that much. Just sort of enjoyed my off season. I was pretty worn out after the season, after all the under-18 series, and I've sort of kicked back a little bit, and now starting to get back into it leading up to this pre-season. But you're being a bit modest, aren't you? Because before you were saying you've just taken up a job with Carlton. Do you want to tell everyone about that? Yeah, actually a month ago I started working at Carlton, and so my new role there is obviously different. I'm working upstairs in an office and got my own desk and everything like that, so it's kind of weird, but still learning how to use a computer and all those cool things. So I'm loving my time there as a player, but also with my new job. Now let's go back to that grand final, because you were playing in front of 53,000 people. It's scary enough being up here on this stage, but in front of 53,000 people, what was that experience like? It was actually crazy. Well, if I take it back to the Player Association Awards Day, like I said, when I ran out and the fireworks went off, and I just saw 53,000 people in the house, I'd probably shit myself a little bit. And I looked around and I was like, oh, this is crazy. And goosebumps just got to me. And I was just running around and just couldn't get the smile off my face. And yeah, despite obviously the result on the day didn't go our way, it was probably one of the best days of my life. And as a probably female footballer, you don't grow up thinking, let alone playing AFLW, but playing in front of that many people. And yeah, it was just incredible.
Absolutely incredible, and keep that authenticity. We love it there. Now, speaking of grand finals, Luke, you know all about them, but in your role now as National Academy head coach, you're watching a lot of footy. What are you looking for in players, and how much of that is related to their attitudes?
Heaps, yeah. I mean, one of the overriding philosophies of our program are better people, better players, and I think that more than ever, AFL clubs are not only looking at players that can come in and have an impact on the field, but what sort of legacy can they leave off the field. And it's really important that they're good people and that they're setting the right example around the club.
You also were coaching the Allies this year. How did it go? Because I was there at one of the games and you were going a bit stir crazy in the box.
Yeah, I actually wasn't as bad as you thought.
Oh, no,
I was, Sarah, but no, coaching can tip you over a bit and send you in a direction that you don't want to go at times. But I think the one you got me for, a couple of boys had made a couple of errors, and errors are part of the game. And I think most coaches can accept that. We're all human, and we make mistakes. But the players I was going hard at, it was probably because of what they did after they made the mistake. Mistakes happen; it's part of life. But you need to be able to get back into it and rectify it and keep going instead of just standing back.
And so has there been anyone that's impressed you or stood out for you this season with their maturity and development that you'd like to touch on and share with everyone?
Oh, there's heaps. I mean, I'm not going to sort of nominate one or two. I've been fortunate enough for the last few years to work with a lot of really good young players and more importantly, good people who have been well brought up. And I guess it's probably wrong for us at times, to be able to claim them too much, because we understand that there's a lot of work that gets put into them at their NAB League clubs, but not only their NAB League clubs, also at their clubs that they came from, and the community that looks after them. So we're very, very we acknowledge that a lot.
Now, Maddie, back to you. You're a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to training and everything. How are you going to top last year? Rising star, what have you got on the horizon for you for season 2?
Obviously, I think for me, going into next season, obviously, keep working on my fitness, and that's probably something I need to go another level at. And I found that towards the end of the season this year, I was getting a little bit of work done into me from the opposition, and that's something I've obviously taken on board. And going into next season, that's probably my main focus. And whether it's just either playing my role or doing something that I can help get other players better, and anything like that, I'm prepared to take on board and just go that one step further next year and welcome all the new girls, hopefully a few of the faces in this room, to the Carlton Footy Club.
And so for the NAB League girls in this room, what would your advice be to them in terms of their preparation as they hopefully get drafted?
Obviously take in everything you've learnt at your NAB League club. You're very fortunate to play in those jerseys, and so many other girls at community level footy are wanting to do the things you guys are doing. And coming in and preparing for AFLW is a big task, and it's sort of the unknown and what's going to happen on draft day and things like that. And it's just sort of getting your body right, but also working as hard as you can as well, and sort of picking up those things that you need to improve on a little bit more after this season. And sort of trying to stay together as your teams and push each other as hard as you can, because once hopefully you get drafted, the hard work doesn't stop, and if anything, it gets harder. So I wish all the girls especially good luck to you girls.
Thank you, Maddie. And Luke, similar, do you have any advice to people? And I guess the theme tonight has also been, if you're overlooked, if you don't realise that dream straight away, what advice do you have for those boys and girls?
Yeah, what Maddie said, I think Tristan and Darren hit it really well on the head. It's a great game. I mean, the reason we play football is because we love the game and the relationships and the people that we get to meet. And I guess whether I ended up having an AFL career or I played locally or I played state league, the one thing I guess that I enjoyed most about my time in football was the people that I met, and you still cherish the relationships that you made along the way. So it's to have fun, it's to enjoy it. For those who are playing finals over the next few weeks. Make sure you enjoy playing with friends that I'm sure you're going to have for a lifetime.
Now, we're all footy people here, so before both of you go, I want a tip for the Premiers this year and also a Norm Smith medalist. Come in.
NAB League or?
No. For the AFL.
Okay. I'll go Brisbane.
Yep.
And I'll go Lockie Neal. They've seen the MCG now, so I'm sure that they'll.
I think almost 50 touches today for Lockie over at the MCG.
He did. Yeah, very impressive.
I'm going to go the underdogs, Essendon. I was an Essendon girl growing up, so I'm going to stick by them. And Norm Smith modest, probably, if Brisbane are in there, probably Lockie Neal, but hopefully Zach Merritt from Essendon.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Maddie, and thank you, Luke. A big round of applause for both of them. All right, before we head to a short break, can you please cast your eyes to the screen up here as we take a look at our leaders for the NAB League Girls leaderboard after round 4 and the Moorish medal count after round 10. So the girls, we've got Luca Lesoski-Hay leading there from the Geelong Falcons on 11 votes. And it must be something about the name because Lucas Rocci, he's leading. So we've got a Luca and a Lucas leading for the NAB League and the Moorish medal. All right, it's time to satisfy that sweet tooth of yours. Go and have something sweet to eat and we'll be back after 30 minutes to wrap up all the rest of the awards. All right, everybody, let's get the second half underway. Hope you all got a nice little sweet treat and a vino just to relax. We're going to start now with the Open Universities Australia Personal Growth Award for the NAB League girls.
Probably my big brother, I'd probably say. I've always aspired to be as good as him. He's on an AFL list now, but we've had pretty different pathways. He's had to work pretty hard to get there.
Yeah, definitely the coach, so Scott Armour. Probably Liv Purcell, Demi Taylor and Nina, because I played with them, and to see how far they've gone inspires me.
Biggest influence would probably be my mum and my dad. Just how much they've come, like they've worked hard to where they want. Like my mum's an Aboriginal and she's a police officer, and like that's a very hard thing to overcome.
My biggest support is probably Trevor Lidman. He was one of my local coaches. He's always asking about my footy and stuff.
My family, mum mostly.
From 2016, the Coaches Award has been named the Personal Growth Award. This award will highlight and celebrate the holistic approach with which the NAB League competition and regional academies develop their players. We welcome Brooke Brown, Player Pathways Welfare Manager, to present our nominees. And if you turn your attention to the screens now, we'll recognise them. So from the Eastern Ranges, we have Jess Grace. Now a bit about Jess. She's immersed herself within the community through volunteer work. She's an under-12 girls coach at Mitcham. She's an interleague under-15 assistant coach, and she's also done volunteer work with the Eastern Ranges, and she umpires in the EFL. Jess, I'm not sure you have got spare time to do anything else. Her involvement within the interleague program allowed her to mentor aspiring players within the community. Congratulations to our nominee, Jess Grace from Eastern Ranges. Get up here. Jess? All right, another nominee is from the Gippsland Power, and it's Maddie Shaw. So Maddie has really taken the step from the NAB League to the VFLW as an opportunity for personal growth, and she chose to go to Cambodia during the first 2 weeks of the NAB League girls, and she was there to help build villages, and as an added extra, she took footies over, so she also taught the kids there how to play footy. She said this experience of working within a third world country and understanding their view of the world dramatically changed her outlook in life and to never take things for granted. Well done to Maddie. From the Northern Knights, another nominee is Nell Morris-Dalton. Nell does a variety of volunteer roles. She's involved with the Youth Jury, member of Training, Education and Employment Committee, as well as the Consultation Committee for making public spaces safer for women. Nice one. Nell combined football commitments with full first-year undergraduate nursing studies at the ACU in Melbourne. Well done to Nell. And lastly, from the Western Jets, we've got Cleo Saxon-Jones. She coaches her local Auskick team, goes to local trainings regularly to help coach and share her knowledge from NAB and the academy with local teams. Cleo has been working in the Western Jets office once a week. She also attends games every weekend to assist with scouting. She has an excellent work ethic and is very self-motivated. A big round of applause to all our fabulous nominees. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce the winner of the 2019 Open Universities Australia Girls Personal Growth Award is, from the Gippsland Power, Maddie Shaw. Congratulations, Maddie. And do you want to come over here and we can have a little chat? Okay. A little impromptu chat, that's all good, hey? So your trip to Cambodia, can you tell us about that and the perspective it gave you?
Well, it was through my school and it was utterly amazing. I can't put it into words. I would love to recommend Volunteer for Everyone. It really made me more grateful for what I have at home, and yeah, it's just amazing.
And how did the kids go kicking a Sharon?
They loved it. We had a few that really stood out, and yeah, a lot of them could jump, which was a big surprise. But yeah, they were very good at the handballing. They loved tackling. It was awesome. And we showed them a video of AFL's biggest hits, and that was
They liked it?
that was interesting. Yeah, it was good.
So you're school captain. You're captain for Gippsland Power Girls. You work 2 part-time jobs and volunteer at the Hawks Academy. Am I missing anything?
I look after a cat.
You're a very busy girl. How do you have time for it all?
Well, I know. I just do what I love, and my parents definitely help me out, so yeah.
And lastly, can you tell us about the crazy sock training session you initiated at the footy club?
Yes, it was supposed to be with the under-14s, but it ended up being with the under-12s, and they were so enthused and very excited, and I'm sure there's a few AFL stars in the waiting for this.
So what, just running around with stripy socks or what? Happy socks?
So we had all the kids bring fancy socks so they could stand out and show their personality through their socks and their footy. It was awesome.
Well, you've really stood out to us, so congratulations, Maddie, and
Thank you.
go look after that cat of yours.
Will do, thank you.
I'd like to invite Brooke Brown back up to the stage for the NAB League Award. And let's get to our nominees now. From the GWV Rebels, we've got Darcy McEldrew. Darcy is a Ballarat Bulldogs All Abilities AFL team volunteer. He has taught these individuals the basic fundamentals and enjoyment of AFL footy. He wanted to get involved in this type of program as he wanted to see people who are at a disadvantage in terms of physical and mental abilities be given the same opportunities as us footballers in the NAB League. Well done to Darcy. And from the Murray Bushrangers, we've got Will Chandler. Will volunteers on a weekly basis for Anglicare in Albury-Wodonga. He's a mentor to players at the Corowa Junior Football Club, and he's currently completing an agriculture course and was selected to participate in the New South Wales program providing service to community not-for-profit organisations. Well done to Will. And lastly, from the Northern Knights, we have Ryan Sturgis. Ryan was involved in the leadership program at Loyola College and was also coach of the Loyola School football team, mentoring and assisting others. Ryan leads by example off the field extremely well and has a great moral compass. Well done to Ryan. And the Universities Australia Personal Growth Award winner is Darcy McEldrew from the GWV Rebels. Well done, Darcy. You're right to have a few questions here, Darcy?
Yep.
All right, your work at the Ballarat Bulldogs, can you tell us about that? Because it seems very rewarding work.
Yeah, it definitely is. It helps providing opportunities for those who have mental and physical disabilities, and just providing them with the opportunity to play the game that they love, which is footy. So yeah.
And what kind of work specifically are you actually doing with them?
Mainly just moral support and just helping them develop their fundamental footy skills, like just handballing, kicking, and all that.
You're also an AFL NT volunteer. Can you tell us about your work in that space?
Yeah, so I went out to a Indigenous rural community and helped out there, organising footy programs after school and that, and helped out with the a tournament out there. So yeah.
And am I right in saying you arranged your own flight? You bought your own way to go up and do that?
Yeah, well, Mum helped out with that as well. So.
Oh, don't give that one away. Come on, Darcy. Well, congratulations. A big round of applause for you. Both very worthy winners, and congratulations also to the nominees. All right, it's now time for the NAB League Girls Leading Goal Kicker Award, and I'd like to get Lee Brown up onto the stage to present the award. The winner of the NAB League Girls Goal Kicking for season 2019 from the Geelong Falcons, Mia Skinner. Congratulations, Mia. I right in saying you had a little stress fracture in your femur?
Yeah.
How's that all going?
Yeah, no, good, really
It's
good.
all good?
Yeah, we're fine.
I won't take up too much of your time, don't worry. And you come from the Geelong Falcons. This seems to be a very big footy factory, and last year it was the number 1 draft pick, Nina Morrison. What does that mean for you, being able to see girls in your program go out and do well in the AFLW?
Well, it just kind of shows the opportunities you can get. And, like, even if you don't make it, there's still so many more opportunities you get. So, yeah.
Well said, short and sweet. Thank you very much, Mia. Congratulations. Lee, if you could please stay on stage to present the NAB League leading goal kicker and the winner from the Western Jets, Archie Manton. Congratulations, Archie. Now, you booted 5 goals earlier this month against the Oakley Chargers. Can you tell us about that game? Was it your best for the season?
It was a good game. Yeah, Oakley did get the better of us, but yeah, personally, it was a good game for me. But it would have been nice if the boys and myself got over the line.
Now, obviously, your dad, Glenn, played a lot of AFL footy. How pivotal has he been in your football journey?
Dad's always giving great advice, and I feel like I could always go to him. So thanks, Dad. But yeah, he's great.
Let's be honest though, who's the better goal kicker in the family, or kick for goal in the family?
It'd have to be me.
Well, thank you, Archie, and congratulations. All right, now let's look at the highlights from the leading goal kickers from the boys and the girls competitions. I'd like to now welcome Jason DiVicentis and Sofia Samatsis from the AFL, who are sitting to my left here, to reveal the votes from rounds 7 to 9 in the NAB League Girls Best and Fairest count. We've seen the leaderboard after round 4, so let's pick it up now and look to the leaderboard after round 6. Over to you guys.
Round 7, Gippsland Power versus Greater Western Victoria Rebels. GWV Rebels, E. Wood, 1 vote. Gippsland Power, S. Notman, 2 votes. Gippsland Power, M. Shaw, 3 votes. Murray Bushrangers versus Sandringham Dragons. Murray Bushrangers, O. Barber, 1 vote. Murray Bushrangers, M. Brown, 2 votes. Murray Bushrangers, M. Trethowan, 3 votes. Dandenong Stingrays versus Oakley Chargers. Dandenong Stingrays, M. McDonald, 1 vote. Oakley Chargers, M. Hill, 2 votes. Oakley Chargers, J. Lynn, 3 votes. Eastern Rangers versus Tasmania Devils. Eastern Rangers, T. Brown, 1 vote. Eastern Rangers, Omar, 2 votes. Tasmania Devils, K. Mori, 3 votes. Western Jets versus Tasmania Devils. Western Jets, P. Azols, 1 vote. Western Jets, T. Kalevsky, 2 votes. Western Jets, E. Georgia Stathis, 3 votes. Bendigo Pioneers versus Northern Knights. Northern Knights, E. Mackenzie, 1 vote. Bendigo Pioneers, M. Tupper, 2 votes. Northern Knights, G. Newton, 3 votes. Calder Cannons versus Geelong Falcons. Calder Cannons, G. Patrikios, 1 vote. Geelong Falcons, E. Vella, 2 votes. Calder Cannons, G. Pasparkis, 3 votes. That concludes round 7.
Round 8, Dandenong Stingrays versus Murray Bushrangers. Dandenong Stingrays, I. Shannon, 1 vote. Murray Bushrangers, T. Brett, 2 votes. Murray Bushrangers, A. Favell, 3 votes. Greater Western Victoria Rebels versus Oakley Chargers. GWV Rebels, Ann Dojoke, 1 vote. GWV Rebels, S. Molan, 2 votes. Oakley Chargers, J. Lynn, 3 votes. Gippsland Power versus Eastern Rangers. Eastern Rangers, J. Grace, 1 vote. Eastern Rangers, T. Flintoff, 2 votes. Eastern Rangers, T. Brown, 3 votes. Sandringham Dragons versus Western Jets. Sandringham Dragons, W. Lang, 1 vote. Sandringham Dragons, A. Burke, 2 votes. Western Jets, E. Giorgio Stathis, 3 votes. Geelong Falcons versus Northern Knights. Geelong Falcons, L. McAvoy, 1 vote. Northern Knights, J. Nelson, 2 votes. Northern Knights, G. Newton, 3 votes. Bendigo Pioneers versus Calder Cannons. Calder Cannons, L. Cocomello, 1 vote. Calder Cannons, F. Theodore, 2 votes. Calder Cannons, G. Presprakis, 3 votes. That concludes round 8.
Round 9, Sandringham Dragons versus Eastern Rangers. Eastern Rangers, M. Kendall, 1 vote. Sandringham Dragons, C. Cody, 2 votes. Sandringham Dragons, S. Hartwig, 3 votes. Bendigo Pioneers versus Oakley Chargers. Oakley Chargers, A. Peck, 1 vote. Oakley Chargers, N. Zenos, 2 votes. Bendigo Pioneers, M. Tupper, 3 votes. Geelong Falcons versus Murray Bushrangers. Geelong Falcons, M. Skinner, 1 vote. Murray Bushrangers, M. Brown, 2 votes. Geelong Falcons, L. McAvoy, 3 votes. Western Jets versus Dandenong Stingrays. Dandenong Stingrays, M. McDonald, 1 vote. Dandenong Stingrays, I. Shannon, 2 votes. Dandenong Stingrays, T. Smith, 3 votes. Greater Western Victoria Rebels versus Northern Knights. Northern Knights, E. Mackenzie, 1 vote. GWV Rebels, F. S. Molan, 2 votes. Northern Knights, G. Newton, 3 votes. Gippsland Power versus Calder Cannons. Calder Cannons, A. Barber, 1 vote. Gippsland Power, M. Shaw, 2 votes. Calder Cannon, G. Prespakis, 3 votes. I declare the winner of the 2019 NAB League Girls Best and Fairest to be Georgie Prespakis of the Calder Cannons.
Congratulations to Georgie Prespakis, and as we prepare for the winner's presentation, let's look at some of her fabulous highlights. We welcome 2018 joint winner Nina Morrison to the stage, and in the absence of Georgie, we welcome back her sister Maddie. Instead of presenting the medal to Georgie, we're going to present it to you, Maddie, on her behalf. Also, Tom Dobson, I welcome him back to the stage from NAB to present the compendium. Now, Maddie, we're going to get you back over here. Sisters are pretty good at impersonating themselves, so you're going to have to do your best, Georgia. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yep. You must be pretty proud of her. How old is she? Why isn't she here? Let's address the elephant in the room. Where is your sister?
She's actually living her life in Bali, so I'm pretty jealous, actually. So.
On a family holiday?
Yeah, family holiday without me, so yeah.
You didn't crack the invite?
No invite for me and my twin sister, so we're just at home kicking back.
All right. Well, you must be pretty proud of her, though. This is a massive award to receive, and she's only 16, is that right?
Yeah, just turned 16 this year, so yeah. Obviously, yeah, big honour for her, and she's worked pretty hard, so the next couple of years, just got to keep working hard and hopefully can be running around in the same jumper as her.
Are you a mentor to her? Obviously, you're pretty close in age, but I imagine you're selling some secrets to her, or perhaps you're not. I don't know. How's the sibling rivalry?
Yeah, I don't know if she needs something, she'll ask me, but yeah, other than that, just she does her own thing, I do my own thing, and yeah, we're pretty close when it comes to footy, but yeah, we don't really feed off each other that much, I don't think, but yeah, she gives me a few smart comments every now and then.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Care to share any of those?
No.
Probably not appropriate. Now, the third successive winner from the Calder Cannons, following Chloe Malloy and yourself. What is it about the program there?
Georgia could probably actually talk about the program. She was in it this year, and we've both been in it together. And yeah, Georgia, why don't you come over?
Yeah, no, Cannons has been amazing for all of us. Yeah, just thanks to you all for the past 3 seasons, and yeah, they're just helping us with fundamentals and stuff like that. But yeah, they've been really good. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much. And Maddie, maybe you can take over my role as the MC as well, getting guests up on stage. Love it. Congratulations to your sister on a fantastic year, the NAB League Best and Fairest. All right, it's now over to the 2019 Moorish medal vote count. Here's the leaderboard after round 14. And it's Lucas Rocci of the Western Jets leading the way. Over to Jason and Sophia to reveal the rest of the votes.
Round 15, Northern Knights versus Bendigo Pioneers. Northern Knights, N. Cox, 1 vote. Bendigo Pioneers, A. Gundry, 2 votes. Bendigo Pioneers, J. Ginnivan, 3 votes. Tasmania Devils versus Sandringham Dragons. Sandringham Dragons, R. Burns, 1 vote. Sandringham Dragons, R. Bowman, 2 votes. Sandringham Dragons, A. Hanrahan, 3 votes. Dandenong Stingrays versus Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, J. Smith, 1 vote. Gippsland Power, B. McAuliffe, 2 votes. Gippsland Power, R. Baldy, 3 votes. Greater Western Victoria Rebels versus Calder Cannons. Calder Cannons, N. Gentile, 1 vote. GWV Rebels, J. Rantal, 2 votes. Calder Cannons, S. Ramsey, 3 votes. Murray Bushrangers versus Western Jets. Murray Bushrangers, L. Ash, 1 vote. Murray Bushrangers, C. Wild, 2 votes. Murray Bushrangers, J. Boyer, 3 votes. And that concludes round 15.
Round 16, Tasmania Devils versus Geelong Falcons. Geelong Falcons, H. Walsh, 1 vote. Tasmania Devils, O. Davis, 2 votes. Geelong Falcons, K. Rayner, 3 votes. Dandenong Stingrays versus Eastern Rangers. Dandenong Stingrays, C. Gay, 1 vote. Eastern Rangers, M. Mellis, 2 votes. Eastern Rangers, J. Ross, 3 votes. Greater Western Victoria Rebels versus Bendigo Pioneers. Bendigo Pioneers, J. Ginnivan, 1 vote. GWV Rebels, M. Burgess, 2 votes. GWV Rebels, J. Rantel, 3 votes. Oakley Chargers versus Western Jets. Oakley Chargers, R. McInnes, 1 vote. Oakley Chargers, L. Jenkins, 2 votes. Western Jets, A. Manton, 3 votes. That concludes round 16.
Round 17, Geelong Falcons versus Dandenong Stingrays. Geelong Falcons, C. Lazaro, 1 vote. Geelong Falcons, J. Clark, 2 votes. Geelong Falcons, C. Sprague, 3 votes. Bendigo Pioneers versus Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, T. Fitzpatrick, 1 vote. Bendigo Pioneers, N. Walsh, 2 votes. Gippsland Power, R. Baldy, 3 votes. Sandringham Dragons versus Oakley Chargers. Sandringham Dragons, F. McGuinness, 1 vote. Oakley Chargers, N. Anderson, 2 votes. Oakley Chargers, M. Rowell, 3 votes. Greater Western Victoria Rebels versus Murray Bushrangers. Murray Bushrangers, D. Clark, 1 vote. GWV Rebels, C. Craig Peters, 2 votes. GWV Rebels, J. Rantal, 3 votes. Calder Cannons versus Eastern Rangers. Eastern Rangers, M. Mellis, 1 vote. Calder Cannons, N. Gentile, 2 votes. Calder Cannons, J. Sutton, 3 votes. Western Jets versus Northern Knights. Northern Knights, L. Collar, 1 vote. Northern Knights, N. Cox, 2 votes. Northern Knights, J. Watson, 3 votes. I declare the winner of the 2019 Moorish Medal to be Lucas Rocci of the Western Jets.
A massive congratulations to Lucas Rocci of the Western Jets, and as we prepare for the winner's presentation, let's see some of his highlights. I'd like to welcome the 2018 winner, Liam Stocker from the Carlton Football Club, to the stage to present the medal, and also Tom Dobson from NAB. And a big thank you to Liam, who's left Carlton's celebrations to be here, so we really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Lucas Rocci. Now, you're the first ever Moorish medal winner from the Western Jets. It must be a massive honour for you.
Oh, it's an absolute privilege. Got no words, really.
Well, I'm going to need you to find them. You were captain this year. Can you tell us about your leadership style and what it means to lead your club?
I think captaining side just comes natural to me, leadership and things like that, and I enjoy giving advice to the younger blokes and the rest of the players on the team, so it's been good.
And Kevin Sheehan says you're ultra competitive. It just looks like you love to grab the footy. And I've also heard that when you go and play against an opposition team, you say, put me on their best player. Is that right? And what does that say about you as a player?
Oh, I just love competing, I guess, and just give me the hardest player to play against and I'll play on him and see what I can do for the team and whatever it takes to do for the team, what's right. So it's what I'll do.
And is it right in me saying that your love for footy is quite new? It's relatively new, and that you used to play another sport at an elite level?
Yeah, I used to play basketball as well. Made some state teams, 16s and 18s, and then chose to switch over to footy. So, yeah.
I'm not going to make the Scott Pendlebury comparison there, but what is it that you love about footy and it's inspired you to take on the game now?
Definitely the tackling and the physicality of the game. Come over the games pretty bruised and battered after every week, so it's just the competitiveness that I love and love playing the game.
And is it fair to say your standout game was round 9, 34 disposals, 12 marks? Can you tell us a bit about that game?
Yeah, just doing what for the team, I guess, just playing my role. Ball came to me and just took my opportunity.
Well, congratulations, a very worthy winner. Lucas Rocci, the first ever Moorish medal winner from the Western Jets. That now concludes the formal part of the evening, and as we bid you farewell, we can confirm you'll be able to watch all of tonight's votes up on the website and the NAB League app, so download that if you don't have it yet. Media are invited to come to the area at the rear of the room for the Best and Fairest conference. We wish all NAB League players good luck in the finals, as well as the grand final at Icon Park on Saturday, the 21st of September. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate one final time all of our winners tonight.